para.
When people first heard in September 2018 that a fourth XXx movie was officially in development, it gave fans a big reason to get excited. The project was set up as a joint venture between the H Collective and xXx, after the H Collective secured the rights from Revolution Studios. From the very beginning, it looked like DJ Caruso, who directed XXX Return of Xander Cage, would come back to the director's chair, while Vin Diesel was locked in to return as Xander Cage. Plans were already in place to begin filming in early 2019, which felt like the perfect way to build on the success of the third film. And to make it even better, news broke in November 2018 that Jay Shu and Zoe Xiang had joined the cast. That addition helped spark even more anticipation, because it showed that the franchise was serious about building a global lineup of talent. Another interesting detail was that Japanese rock star Yoshiki was signed on as the film's composer, which suggested the film would lean into a unique musical vibe while still keeping its signature high-octane style. But even though the excitement was there, production got caught up in delays. By September 2023, it was once again confirmed that the film was still in development. The only problem was that it couldn't move forward right away because Vin Diesel was still busy wrapping up work on the 11th Fast and Furious movie. That franchise has always kept him on a packed schedule, so it wasn't a total surprise that XXX 4 needed to wait its turn. Then, in 2024, Deadline reported that the project had run into some new challenges. The H Collective was facing financial issues and legal disputes involving the franchise rights, which put the movie on pause. Even though that might sound discouraging, it's worth pointing out that Vin Diesel has always been the kind of actor who doesn't easily let go of projects he cares about. If he's passionate about Xander Cage's return, then it's likely that he'll find a way to push things back on track once the obstacles clear. On top of all that, there's been a ton of buzz about Deepika Padukone returning to the series. She made her Hollywood debut in 2017's XXX Return of Xander Cage, and fans really loved her pairing with Vin Diesel. The idea of seeing her back as Serena Unger has sparked a lot of excitement because it would mark her second international project and a major Hollywood comeback. What makes the timing even more interesting is that she recently stepped away from Kalki 2, and reports suggest that her decision came down to contract negotiations, requests for better working conditions, and fee adjustments. Whatever the real reasons, the possibility of her redirecting her energy toward XXX 4 instead has definitely gotten the industry talking. Even if Deepika hasn't officially confirmed anything yet, the fact that her name keeps coming up alongside Vin Diesel's cryptic social media posts is a strong sign. Vin himself poured fuel on the fire when he shared a very suggestive Instagram post. He hinted at all the iconic roles he's balancing right now: Dominic Toretto, Groot, Calder, the Furion, and of course, Xander Cage. The part of his post that mentioned Xander's next adventure in Mumbai got people speculating that the new movie could be set in India, which would make sense if Deepika returns. A Mumbai backdrop could bring a completely fresh layer to the franchise, letting the movie blend local flavor with the big, globe-trotting style the series is known for. Just imagine high-speed stunts through the streets of Mumbai, or massive action set pieces against some of the city's iconic landmarks. That would give XXX 4 a new identity while still keeping all the adrenaline fans expect. Deepika's potential return also creates a bunch of opportunities for the story. In XXX Return of Xander Cage, Serena Unger was first introduced as part of Xiang's team before deciding to join Xander's side. Her arc left a lot of room for growth because she wasn't just a love interest, she had her own strong motives and skills. Bringing her back could add depth to the sequel's emotional core, especially if the movie sets her up as a partner to Xander in more ways than one. The chemistry between Vin Diesel and Deepika Padukone was one of the highlights of the third movie, so the idea of doubling down on that dynamic feels like the smart move. When we look at how the franchise has unfolded so far, it's clear that XXX has always been about reinventing itself. The original 2002 film, directed by Rob Cohen, introduced audiences to Xander Cage, an extreme sports enthusiast who becomes an unconventional spy under the guidance of Samuel L. Jackson's Augustus Gibbons. It was bold, flashy, and very much of its time, but it also connected with a fan base that wanted something different from the usual spy thrillers. The sequel in 2005, XXX State of the Union, switched gears by casting Ice Cube as the lead, but it didn't land well with either critics or fans. That could have been the end of the series, but Vin Diesel made his triumphant return 15 years later in 2017's XXX Return of Xander Cage. And while critics weren't completely sold, audiences responded strongly enough to make it a box office success. The third film grossed over $346 million worldwide against an $85 million budget, proving that the franchise still had life left in it. Because of that, it feels like the fourth movie is not just a possibility, but a natural step forward. Sure, the legal and financial issues have caused some bumps, but Hollywood has shown time and again that popular franchises find ways to survive. Ruby Rose, who starred in Return of Xander Cage, has even mentioned how much she'd love to work with the cast and crew again. That enthusiasm from the actors themselves is a good sign that once the pieces fall into place, everyone would be ready to jump back into the Xander zone. So, what could XXX4 actually be about? If the rumors about a Mumbai setting are true, the story could easily explore Xander Cage getting pulled into a mission that involves both international espionage and local stakes. Maybe Serena Unger becomes the key to connecting Xander with underground networks in India, using her connections to fight against a new kind of global threat. The franchise has always leaned into the theme of unconventional heroes, so perhaps the new installment could expand the roster with Indian or Asian stars alongside the returning team members. That would continue the global feel of the third film, which featured actors from multiple countries. Another direction the story could take involves picking up threads from the previous films. The third movie ended with the return of Samuel L. Jackson's Augustus Gibbons, who faked his death and decided to rebuild the XXX program with Neymar as a potential recruit. Well, that's it for today. Let me know what you think in the comments section down below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel, because we'll be covering more updates on this soon, and other exciting upcoming movies and series. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.